We will move on finally with our last topic, another topic that Dylan had on his mind this week. We've got just wanted to share with you guys the best thing we saw this week in the wide world of sports. So I'll throw it to Dylan for his best thing he saw this week.
Yeah, so I was inspired by this because I wanted to mention this on the show, but I didn't know how to fit it in. And this comes from back on the 16th. It was after the Memphis Grizzlies Summer League game. They did an interview after the game on the court with Shaq Buchanan, who it was a college peer of mine at Murray State, played on the team with John Morant. And they were interviewing Shaq and Darnell Cowart because they're both playing for the Summer League team for the Grizzlies. And they're being interviewed, and just kind of out of nowhere, Ja pops up to talk with them, and just seeing kind of the big three from Murray State at the NBA Summer League, all rocking the Grizzlies gear, was just really, really cool. Because I remember back to when Ja was a freshman, and him and Shaq throwing alley-oops in the Ohio Valley Conference, and then going to the NCAA tournament twice, winning 2 OVC championships, all the things Ja's done, and then seeing the hard work Shaq Buchanan's put in to get really noticed. Kendrick Perkins said multiple NBA teams have reached out, and I really hope Memphis offers him a contract so he can stay, play with Ja, and kind of put on a show like he did at Murray State, but in the NBA jersey, and become the bounce bros of the NBA like they were in the OVC. But as a Murray State grad, and the guy that was there was Shaq and Ja and Darnell, very, very cool to see. And for all the Murray State faithful, I'm sure it was very cool to see as well. What was something that kind of stuck out to you this week?
That is awesome stuff. Definitely cool. Definitely, cool stuff there. Not much you can say there other than that's awesome stuff to see when you see those guys making their dreams come true. I had two of my best things that I saw this week. I really couldn't decide. One's a bit more positive than the other. I feel like I couldn't have a segment like this and not talk about Tyler Gilbert's no-hitter that he threw last week. First MLB start of his career, only the fourth player to ever do that, throw a no-hitter in his first MLB start. The MLBs have been around for so long, so there's almost nothing you can do for the first time. However, if you're doing something with guys like Bumpus as the other guys that have done it, you're doing something special. So Tyler Gilbert, shout out to him, shout out to his dad who was watching there. He had to, because there was no minor league season last year, he had to spend last season as an electrician with his dad. He didn't get to play baseball, was doing electrical work, and now throwing a no-hitter for the Diamondbacks. Awesome story. On the other side, the flip side, staying in baseball, but a little bit more negative. I think we're moving a bit more towards robot umpires if you saw the clip of Nick Castellanos getting ejected from the game, basically telling the umpire he's bad at his job. And, got a quick hook, something you might expect for telling someone that they're bad at their job. But it got me thinking about, the MLB and baseball in general is the only sport where the umpires just, I got my feelings hurt. I'm just going to eject you. I just don't want you to play in this game anymore. And to an extent, I think, taking guys like Nick Castellanos out of the game, it's not great. And I think you should keep him in the game. But I do think it's one of the unwritten things of baseball. One of the things that is built into the baseball that makes the game fun. Manager ejections makes everyone love it. And I think there just needs to be a little bit more leeway for things like that, because it's one of the best things about baseball is watching these guys, we give players the opportunity to speak their mind more than in any other sport. So, I think umpires just need to have a bit thicker skin, because I love, when Castellanos turns around and tells him he's bad at his job, it's, you were at that point. So it's tough to tell Castellanos he was doing something wrong when he was telling the truth.